You know someone who never asks for respect, but always gets it. Never begs for attention, but commands it instantly. Never tries to prove their worth, but everyone assumes they're valuable. What do they have that you don't? It's not money. I've seen broke people with this power. It's not looks. I've seen Avarago-looking people who mesmerize everyone around them. It's not even intelligence. Some of the smartest people I know get ignored completely. What they have is invisible, but it's so powerful that it changes every interaction they have. Here's what shocked me. This secret has been hiding in plain sight for over 500 years. Machiavelli wrote, "The world's most influential people use it daily." Yet 99% of people live their entire lives without knowing it exists. Today, I'm going to reveal this hidden trait, and I'm going to show you exactly how to develop it starting right now. But here's my warning. Once you see this, you can't unsee it. You'll start noticing who has real power and who's just pretending. You'll understand why some people get everything they want while others get nothing. Now I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I choose to become the hidden force that shapes reality. Ready? Let's uncover Machiavelli's most dangerous secret. Number 1, the invisible power discovery. You've been lied to your whole life. Told that power comes from being loud, aggressive, or demanding. That's fake power. That's what weak people do when they're desperate for control. Real power works in silence. It operates in the shadows. It influences without anyone realizing they're being influenced. Think about the most powerful person you know personally, not celebrities or politicians, someone you've actually met. Do they scream for attention? Do they brag about their achievements? Do they try to dominate every conversation? I bet they don't. They have something else. Something that makes people naturally gravitate toward them. Something that creates respect without demanding it. I call this invisible dominance. And it's the most unfair advantage any human being can possess. While everyone else is competing for attention, you'll command it. While they're fighting to be heard, people will hang on your every word. While they're struggling to be taken seriously, you'll be automatically respected. But here's what makes this truly devastating. Nobody will realize you're doing anything at all. You know what average people do? They broadcast everything. Their emotions, thoughts, plans, weaknesses. They're like walking advertisements for their own vulnerabilities. Invisible dominance keeps everyone guessing. It makes people work to understand you. It creates a magnetic mystery that draws others in while keeping you in complete control. Machiavelli once said, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are." This is the foundation of invisible dominance. Controlling what people see while keeping your real power hidden. Most people think influence comes from being the biggest, loudest presence in any situation. That's amateur thinking. Real influence comes from being a force nobody sees coming until it's too late to resist. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. Mystery is my strength. My silence is my weapon. Number 2, why predictable people always lose. Let me destroy a belief that's probably killing your influence right now. Most people think being open and transparent makes them trustworthy. Actually, it makes them controllable. Have you ever felt like you're walking on eggshells around someone? Or maybe you've noticed a friend who seems to change their personality depending on who they re with. These could be signs of tricky power dynamics at play in a relationship. It's not always about big, dramatic gestures. Sometimes control is subtle. It can be someone constantly questioning your decisions, isolating you from your friends, or making you feel guilty for having your own life. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to reclaiming your power. True relationships, whether with friends, family, or partners, should be about support and mutual respect, not control. If you feel like you're losing yourself, it might be time to take a step back and reevaluate. You deserve to feel safe, respected, and free to be you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights. Did you know there's a law of human psychology most of us break every single day? It's simple. Scarcity creates value, but availability destroys it. If you're always there for everyone, saying yes to every request, you become background noise. People start to take your time and attention for granted. But when you become selectively available, something amazing happens. Your presence becomes significant. Your attention becomes valuable. This isn't about playing games. It's about understanding human nature. We value what's rare. Think about it: gold, diamonds, masterpieces. They're all valuable because they're scarce. Your time and attention should work the same way. Don't answer every call immediately. Don't accept every invitation. When you make yourself strategically scarce, people start working to earn your time instead of just expecting it. Your scarcity becomes your strength, and your selectivity becomes your power. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more. It means saying no to good opportunities so you can dominate great ones. It means missing some moments so the moments you choose become legendary. Machiavelli once said, "The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves." One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps and a lion to frighten wolves. Strategic presence is knowing when to be the observant fox and when to be the commanding lion. Sometimes the smartest move is staying invisible, watching, and learning. Other times the right move is stepping forward and taking control. The power lies in reading situations perfectly and responding with precision. When you enter strategically, the energy shifts. When you speak strategically, your words echo long after you've finished. When you act strategically, results follow. But when you're everywhere constantly, you become part of the scenery. When you talk endlessly, your words lose meaning. When you react to everything, people stop taking you seriously. Strategic presence also means knowing when to leave. A person who knows when to exit a conversation or a situation often creates the strongest impression. You want people wishing you had stayed longer, never wondering when you'll finally leave. Drop this affirmation in the comments. 1. Choose my moments. Control my presence. Number 6. Emotional control mastery. Here's where most people lose the game. They let other people's actions control their emotions, and their emotions control their responses. Every day, people try to manipulate you. They use praise to make you drop your guard. They use criticism to make you defensive. They use pressure to make you hasty. They use flattery to make you careless. When someone flatters you, enjoy the praise, but don't become addicted to their validation. When someone pressures you, acknowledge their urgency, but don't let it rush you into bad decisions. Your emotions are information, not instructions. Most people confuse being authentic with being reactive. They think expressing every feeling immediately makes them honest. This makes them weak, predictable, and easy to control. Machiavelli once said, "Whoever wishes to foresee the future must consult the past, for human events ever resemble those of preceding times. The pattern never changes." Emotional people get controlled. Controlled people stay powerful. Here's what this looks like in real life. Someone tries to make you angry, so you'll say something they can use against you later. Instead of taking the bait, you pause, think, and respond strategically, or don't respond at all. Someone creates fake urgency to force you into a poor decision. Instead of panicking, you take the time you need to make the right choice, ignoring their artificial timeline. Someone uses guilt or fear to manipulate your behavior. Instead of falling for it, you recognize the manipulation. Consider your real options and do what serves your interests. This doesn't make you cold. It makes you powerful. When chaos erupts and you stay calm, people look to you for leadership. When others panic and you remain rational, people trust your judgment. When emotions run high and you maintain control, people see you as the solution. Number 7, the power of strategic silence. Silence is the most powerful weapon you're probably not using, and most people are terrified of it. They think silence means they're not contributing. They think quiet moments are awkward and must be filled. They think if they're not talking, they're not adding value. All wrong. Strategic silence is more powerful than any words you could speak. It creates space for others to reveal their true thoughts. It builds tension that makes your eventual words carry enormous weight. It demonstrates confidence that no amount of talking could achieve. But there's a difference between awkward silence and strategic silence. Random quiet just makes you seem uncomfortable. Strategic silence makes you seem powerful and in control. When to use this weapon? After making an important point, let it sink in instead of immediately explaining or justifying it. When someone asks a loaded question designed to trap you, pause, consider your options, then respond on your terms. When tensions are high and everyone else is talking over each other, your silence will make you the most noticeable person there. When someone pressures you for an immediate decision, silence buys you time and often makes them reveal their real motivations. Machiavelli once said, "Never was anything great achieved without danger." Strategic silence is dangerous because it gives you advantages others don't expect. But it requires courage most people lack. Here's the beautiful part. Most people are so uncomfortable with silence that they'll fill it with information you never asked for. They'll reveal their weaknesses, expose their strategies, and give away their negotiating positions just to avoid a few seconds of quiet. This is gold for you. While they're talking to fill the silence, you're learning. While they're revealing information, you're calculating how to use it. While they're getting nervous, you're getting more powerful. Silence also forces people to work harder for your attention. When someone knows you're not going to react to everything they say, they put more thought into what they say to you. Your words become events instead of background noise. When you finally speak after strategic silence, people lean in. They pay attention. They remember what you said because it stands out from all the meaningless chatter. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. My silence speaks volumes. My words carry weight, and my presence commands respect. Number 8, never reveal everything you can do. Here's a mistake that destroys more opportunities than people realize. They show all their capabilities immediately. They think demonstrating everything they can do builds instant credibility. They think proving their full potential shows their value. They think transparency equals trustworthiness. This approach kills your power. When you reveal everything up front, you eliminate mystery, destroy intrigue, and give others everything they need to counter your advantages. You become predictable, which means you become controllable. Smart people reveal their capabilities strategically, always keeping something in reserve. They understand that mystery maintains power, while complete transparency destroys it. This applies to everything. Your skills, your resources, your knowledge, your connections. Never show your full hand in the first interaction. Never demonstrate your complete skill set unless the situation demands it. Never share everything you know just to impress people. Give people enough to stay interested, but never enough to feel like they completely understand your potential. Machiavelli once said, "He who neglects what is done for what ought to be done sooner affects his ruin and his preservation." Most people think they should be completely open about their abilities, but this destroys their strategic position. Keeping capabilities hidden serves multiple purposes. It allows you to surprise people when they underestimate you. It gives you flexibility to adapt based on new information. It prevents others from developing countermeasures to your strengths. It creates ongoing curiosity that keeps people engaged. But here's the important distinction. You're not being deceptive. You're being selective about what you reveal and when. You answer questions honestly, but you don't volunteer information nobody requested. You demonstrate competence, but you don't showcase your complete arsenal unless necessary. This works everywhere. Others can't copy what they don't know about. People can't take you for granted when they're still discovering what you're capable of. You can't be manipulated using information you haven't revealed. Your hidden capabilities become secret weapons. Your concealed knowledge becomes strategic advantage. Your unrevealed resources become insurance policies. People respect what they can see, but they're fascinated by what they can't see. Fascination creates influence, and influence generates power. Number 9, creating uncertainty that works for you. Here's a psychological principle that gives you massive leverage. People make mistakes when they're uncertain, and powerful people create uncertainty in others while staying certain themselves. When people can't predict your next move, they start questioning their own strategies. When they can't read your intentions, they become cautious. When they don't know where they stand with you, they work harder to earn your approval. This isn't about being difficult. It's about understanding that certainty makes people lazy, while uncertainty keeps them sharp and engaged. Think about any situation where one person is completely predictable. The other person stops trying because they know exactly what to expect. There's no challenge, no mystery, no reason to invest effort. But when there's strategic uncertainty, when someone can surprise you or keep you guessing in positive ways, the dynamic stays alive and interesting. This applies to every interaction. When people know exactly how you'll react to everything, they stop respecting your reactions. When they can predict your responses, they can manipulate them. Machiavelli once said, "It is better to be feared than loved," if you cannot be both. But here's the deeper truth. It's even better to be unpredictable than either feared or loved, because unpredictable people are respected. How you create productive uncertainty. Sometimes respond quickly, sometimes take time. Don't be random. Be strategic. Quick responses when speed serves you. Delayed responses when patience gives you advantage. Vary your emotional temperature appropriately. Sometimes be warm, sometimes be cooler. People will work harder to earn your warmth when they can't take it for granted. Don't always be available when people expect you to be. Have genuine priorities and commitments that sometimes take precedence. Mix your decision-making timeline. Sometimes decide quickly when you have enough information. Sometimes take time when the situation requires deeper thought. This keeps people engaged in their interactions with you. They can't coast because they never know exactly what to expect. Remember, the goal is creating interest and engagement, not anxiety. Uncertainty should generate curiosity, not stress. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I am predictable in my values, unpredictable in my methods. Number 10, becoming the hidden force. Now comes the real work. Actually becoming someone who operates with invisible dominance instead of just understanding it. This transformation isn't about changing your personality. It's about upgrading your strategy. Want to be the person everyone listens to without ever raising your voice? The secret isn't being the loudest in the room. It's mastering the art of invisible dominance. This is the quiet power that comes from unshakable self-control. Think about it. When you react to every little thing, you give your power away. But when you stay calm, observe, and choose your moments, you become a force to be reckoned with. People are drawn to those who are composed and deliberate. Start by mastering your emotions. Instead of reacting instantly, take a breath. Listen more than you speak. Understand the dynamics around you before you make a move. This isn't about being passive. It's about being strategic. Your silence can be more powerful than anyone else's words. This is true influence. It's earned, not demanded. Try it for a week and watch how people start to gravitate towards you. For more tips on building real power, make sure you subscribe.